Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grade Point Live. We are here. Piper's mad because she has new Twitter,
Son of a bitch!
as you can tell.
God damn it.
She went to go check her Twitter and it switched up on her.
Yeah.
Everybody, give Piper a F in the chat if you're listening. Give him a nice big F. No,
I get way too much use out of that one.
Mata says hooray, but I think it's because we're online, not because of your. That would be kind of shitty.
No, Mata likes my misfortune.
To be honest, we do too because it's funny.
Right?
Yeah. the Fs are starting to
wrong
pile
one.
up.
At least I got a couple Fs.
It works. It works. So before we jump into this craziness, how was everybody's weekend?
Oh my god.
It's okay. Had a surprisingly good day at work. Woke up sick, called in sick. As you do.
Yep. Right after a vacation, call in sick.
I showed up for at least one day, so they can't go, you just wanted to extend your vacation. There are cheaper and easier ways than burning my sick days.
That's true. Yeah. That's very true. Let's see. Make a. So yeah, and I kind of saw what Piper had to go through this weekend. So.
Oh my god.
What happened?
Dude. Okay. Well, most of it was every time I checked my Twitter, there was something even more retarded, stupid.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
There, that was me every time I checked my Twitter over the weekend. And I was getting bored because I was like, well, what if I get on here to talk to people? There's too much stupid. But then I'm just sitting here. I had to, I watched Far From Home, though, so I have opinions.
Ha! Gay!
Is that your opinion?
Yeah.
All right.
It was pretty adorable, but that's about like it. But yeah, seriously, there's so many sound effects on here that could describe my weekend by themselves.
And I know you said something about you're going to need some additional funds for your motor vehicle situation.
Yes, but the good news is that should be the very last bit, and somebody gave it to me. So the last bit has been purchased, and I just have to wait for next Sunday, apparently, to finish getting it fixed. Then the only other problem is the fact that buying the car in the first place put me in the hole. But I'm kind of been able to scrape that here and there to fix it. So I think I might survive the month and have a car running by the end of the month. So
Nice.
and it was all thanks to friggin' random people I know online.
Everybody.
Yo, am I late? Internet is dying hard. Send help. No, you're not late. You're fine. We were late actually, so it's fine.
Reset your modem and router.
You're not
I'm
on
told
the clock.
that works.
You're not on the clock, Xavier. You don't need to tell him that.
At the moment, send some help. Oh no.
I see.
I'm sending you thoughts and prayers as hard as I can.
Oh, no!
Make a Moon Knight show, or me and my African American family we would go to Disneyland and wild out. I was watching Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. He was in California and he went to he tried to do a whole report. I'm here at the scene of the crime thing, and he couldn't even get through it. He just started laughing. He said, "I can't."
I gotta say, Raptor, the point too was that the yellow bug I was supposed to be scrapping to fix the green one. and the person that was helping me do the fixing didn't even bother to actually check the parts that we needed from the yellow one before deciding we were going to do it this way. So then checked and was like, oh, no, the axles on the yellow one are like about to go too.
See,
So-
this is why you go to a certified mechanic and not just a guy with a box of tools.
No, he actually is, though. That's his job.
So which car is getting restored? Pikachu or Bulbasaur? Which one are you?
Bulbasaur.
Okay, so Bulbasaur. Yeah. Did you like that?
Bulbasaur is newer and in better condition.
You like that I gave your car a cool ass name? I mean, come on.
Yeah, now I need to put Bulbasaur shit on it. I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
got I removed everything on there except for the girl I bought it from already had some Rick and Morty crap on it
Ugh.
that I thought was kind of cute. So I have Rick and Morty crap for it. But
I like Mike's.
I want some Bulbasaur.
I like Mike's instant disdain. Ugh.
I mean, I have no disdain for the show, but it's the fans. Holy Christ.
The creators ain't all that great neither. In all honesty,
No.
kind of jerks.
I think the show is funny, but that's the extent of it.
I am very disappointed with the finale for the last season. I'm like, what was the point? What was even the point of the whole season?
I can't.
You know?
I don't know if maybe I haven't seen the finale of the last season yet.
I
can't remember.
don't remember it at all.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Like, you had this whole build up of like, this and that and the other, and then you reset to season 1. Essentially. I was like, whatever, man.
Oh, Jesus.
It was like 2 days late on internet payment. Happens from time to time. Just due to unwilling to schedule auto payment. They never send a warning. They just soft throttle us more and more each hour. That sounds like an internet service provider, to be honest.
Yeah. When I was with AT&T and I was a little bit late, they would just turn it off. Then I'm with Spectrum now, and and I've been way late because of the car problems. They
I will say,
just
because
throttle it, but they haven't turned it off on me ever.
because we're on DSL where I'm at, right? And it's one of the reasons why my upload is so crap. But we found one of the cool things we found: getting rid of your landline drops your bill way down.
Yeah.
Like, and plus, then I don't have to worry about like being throttled by somebody calling or something like that,
Yeah.
But on top of that, one time, let me tell you this story. You're gonna like this. One day I was on the internet and everything just shut off. I went to go check the phone. This is when we still had the landline, and there was no dial tone. I'm like, okay, and it turns out that the bill hadn't been paid. I was not told that, so I said, fine, I'll pay it. I called them up on my cell phone, of course, and said, yeah, I'll pay the one payment that needs to be paid, right? And I authorize you to pay the one payment that needs to be paid. I was very clear that I'm only paying, I think at the time, it was like $110. I said, I'm only paying $110. I said it 4 times. Xavier, you do customer service. When you specify, that's what I'm going to pay, that's what you want to pay.
So you probably owed like $200-300, but you needed that much to at least get the lights back on.
Essentially, yeah. What it was like that payment and then the current payment that was not due yet. Like it hadn't hit its due date, but it would have been due the next week. And I said, I'll be glad to take care of that then, but I want to pay this today.
And they double dipped you, didn't they?
Uh-huh. Imagine imagine I went to go get, I got paid on Friday. And because I had been buying stuff the whole week thinking I had the money in the bank and, been keeping it up like I had money in the bank. Mm-hmm. And then when I get paid, they say I'll only have like $40 in the bank. Because because of
like my college experience.
Because of over limit fees and all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
Overdraft fees and all that shit. Oh, I was hot. I had never been so hot. I will literally say, and y'all have heard me get mad here. That is literally the maddest I have ever been in my entire life.
I know
I called it.
Oh, my bad.
I called him up, and I said, I need to speak to somebody who knows what they're doing right now. And they said, "Sir, is there a problem?" And I yelled. I was in my car at the time, and I yelled, "You goddamn right, there's a problem!" And I just lit into it, and that person hung up.
Ah.
And I said, "Oh, they just made it worse."
Oh man, did they? Yes.
So I went from angry Vegeta to Super Saiyan Broly in an instant. So I called them back.
Oh no, Broly, it's awful. A stray beam has disconnected your phone call.
Mm-hmm. So I called them back up, and I got a supervisor. Dude, I had them so by the nuts. They refunded me the money that I owed. They refunded the payment that I paid. They gave me 3 months free, and then paid all my over limit fees.
Man, I need to get more angry.
You honestly, sometimes you need to get mad, because like I said, I was just pissed off because they were doing, when they hung up, that was it. That was what is the song? Broly Power Maximum. Like,
typically that's also a fireable offense. Is you straight up hanging up on the customer because not enough time in the day for this.
Mm-hmm.
So many beautiful things in this world to have to sit here and listen to this.
Now,
yeah, it's automatically fireable, so that's probably why they fixed all that.
Yeah. Righteous
Man,
anger.
see, my problem is on the phone. My social anxiety takes over.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I can, I tell my mom that all the time. She says, because she always says, "I'm gonna call him," and blah blah, blah. And then she gets, "Yeah, I just want." I was like, "No, get mad."
I know. I will get super goddamn pissed, and then I'll get on the phone and be like, I have a problem. Can I have some help?
I think the best time you're gonna like this,
right? And then hang up the phone, and I'm all, those fuckers again.
See, I have the opposite problem. I get mad, and it takes me a minute to calm down. Right? Let me give you a prime example. Okay, well, I'll tell this story, then we got to get to work. But prime example.
I have a story too because it's similar to yours. It's why I don't do auto pay no more.
Yeah, I don't trust auto pay at all. But anyway, this story happened to do with one of my dad's work trucks that caught on fire while he was driving it.
Oh.
Yeah. It burned the wiring harness.
Woo!
That's a $4,000 expense right there, and the truck ain't worth but $5,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's me. I'm getting hyped because I'm thinking I'm gonna have to battle with the insurance company. They ain't gonna pay what this truck worth. I had printed out, the Kelly Blue Book. I had printed out. I had all that shit. I had the whole everything. What this car is worth. What is this? What is that? Blah blah blah. I said what the policy is worth. I had them saying if they get it. I was so pissed off. I was mad when they called, right? And they hadn't even done anything yet.
You were sharpening blades, mounting head pikes, and everything.
I said, if they don't give me if they give me less than $4,600, I'm going to war. I mean, I was like, yeah, I'm going to war, motherfucker. And like, they called me up. And it's like, what? Yes, we're here to talk about the 2000 Ford F-150. Yeah. We got your payoff ready. Yes. What do you want? What is it? We're gonna give you $5,500. Where do you want the keys? It was like that instant. Where do you want to pick it up? Yes, sure. You have a good day. I was thinking, and then I got on the phone. I was like, woo. But yeah, go ahead, Piper. Tell your story. I want to hear.
See, I used to do auto pay because I'm really forgetful. Mm-hmm. So it was making life easier until I switched from AT&T to Spectrum. Mm-hmm. And
it seems like that Spectrum or AT&T are always the troublemakers, aren't they? Like,
right?
Usually.
That's why I go back and forth all the time. Granted, it was Time Warner over here for a while, so I used to bounce back and forth.
And then changed to Spectrum, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, they're still just as bad.
Yeah.
But those are my two options where I live, so I bounce back and forth. Whenever one starts fucking me over too much, I'm like, I guess I'll go to the other one again. Mm-hmm. Basically, because they make the prices go up and up.
Right.
on you. So I'm like, well, I'll go be a brand new customer over there again. But I went to switch from AT&T.
Brand new, one more again. Let's go.
So I went to switch to Spectrum. I had AT&T on auto pay. So I call up and I cancel and I go through all the thing. And it was pretty funny because they didn't even try to keep me that time. Like, they were just like, you sure? Oh, sorry. And I was like, this is why I'm switching. And they went, oh, sorry to hear that. Let me get right on that. Like, so I switch to Spectrum.
Right.
And they explained to me when I'm just, stopping AT&T that, well, your internet will officially stop, tomorrow at this time. But since, your bill was already processed for this month, for the whole month, you'll get a refund eventually for the rest of the month.
Someday.
And I'm like, oh, okay. So then they continue to bill me. So I have a Spectrum bill and an AT&T bill the next month. They're auto taking out like their shit. And I'm like, hold on. I didn't freaking... I don't have access to the internet this month. Because I understood it about the month that I switched, but it was the next month. They charged me for another month. So I call AT&T, and they're like, we didn't know you disconnected. And I was like, excuse me? So supposedly I disconnected again. And they're going to refund me, they swear. So the third month happens, and I pay for AT&T again. And so now apparently I was mad enough then to get something done because then I was getting overdraft problems.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not even using your internet. I forget it's disconnected. What the hell?
Yeah.
So I got charged 3 whole months that I'm not using, and by the end of it, they finally stopped charging me for internet I wasn't getting, and they refunded in a whopping 1 month out of the 3.
They should have refunded you the whole month and then given you some like $100 for your overdrafts.
Exactly, but they didn't. AT&T is bullshit, and I guess I wasn't mad enough.
Now,
because you get on there and they kind of convince you that you're the dumb one.
No, sir.
Or at least, like every time I called up, they were like, I don't know what you're talking about. You didn't do such. I have no record. I have your account open in front of me. There's no record of this and that, and you obviously are full of shit. And I'm like, whoa. I mean, they didn't say that flat out because they can't, but but yeah. Basically, it was, I don't know, you fucked up somewhere, and that's why you're getting charged for internet that you aren't using. And I will never do auto pay ever again. Because then, even waiting for that refund, they were like, some bullshit has to happen, and then you will get refunded. And it was like many months before a refund hit. And at that point was when I saw that I only got refunded a month.
Psst. Bullshit. But anyway, yep. So
yeah, fuck that. Don't auto pay.
Don't auto pay and keep an eye on your bills. That's
Jesus.
Yeah, be very careful. I don't do auto pay because I'd rather physically. If I go to pay it online, I'll physically log in and do it once, and that's it. Because they could screw you over with auto pay. So
yeah.
All right, so let's get to the getting down on Marvel's Phase 4 garbage tier bullshit. What the hell were you thinking? Nobody cares about these characters. Why? Exactly. I'm going to skip the preambles because nobody gives a shit, right? Like, okay, here's Marvel's upcoming Phase 4 movies. Endgame, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, the first one is Black Widow, the movie that should have been made 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Gods.
So apparently, Scarlett Johansson will be in this movie.
Okay.
Well, that's nice.
Well, that's better than.
It'll probably be recycled footage from Endgame.
Mhm.
Her falling off the cliff. Hi, this is me. You're probably wondering how I wound up in this situation.
Yeah.
Well, it all started.
Because, like I said, I didn't see Endgame. I don't want to see Endgame. I don't care. As I've said before, and I'll say it again, Thanos won. That's the end of Marvel for me. You know.
I personally thought it was a fine movie, and if it's the last
Yeah.
Marvel movie you're gonna see, then that's fine.
That's what I found. I found it a good ending.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like Black Widow on screen. She's like Black Widow.
Yeah.
Jane Foster, that's a different story. She could use some personality, but
we'll get to that. Says where we find Natasha in her life at this point is very specific. She's in a really dark place. She's got no one to call and nowhere to go. She's really grappled with her own self. When something
death is funny that way.
So what?
Say death is funny that way.
I mean, did she stay? She stayed dead, right? In Endgame.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
She was dead, even though she's back. I mean, does it specify? It doesn't really specify.
Oh, Black Widow this is basically her origin movie.
Oh, the movie that like I said, they should have made 4 or 5 years ago.
She should have got, So it's set in the past. It's how she got to where she was before dying, I guess.
The primary villain is Taskmaster. But wait, wasn't Taskmaster in one of the Cap movies?
No.
They just assumed he would be Taskmaster, and he wasn't. Okay.
But
yeah, but I remember they were releasing something
was...
about how Taskmaster's going to be, and he's going to suck. They fuck him up.
Yeah.
I think Taskmaster was the original villain for Cap 3 before Marvel secured those Spider-Man rights and turned it into Civil War.
Crossbones. That's who it was. Okay.
Yeah, Crossbones was... Yeah, he went down like a biatch.
Yeah, because it was like the guy who was like Cap's like buddy, and then wasn't his buddy in his squad, right? In the in Winter Soldier. Because you remember the one where they got on when they all got on the elevator and Cap beat the shit out of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's whatever. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I don't care. It's going to Disney.
Well, Falcon it's Disney Plus. Yeah,
It's Disney Plus. I'm not subscribing, so I'll never see it. I don't care. The Eternals. Nobody wanted this. Nobody cares.
No.
Exactly. Nobody asked for that.
Devil's Advocate on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, if that's a series, you could probably do a fairly decent adventure series with those two, but you got to give them something to do. You got to give them some sort of long-running story. You can't just have a issue of the day.
Yeah. But okay, so Eternals. They have none of the characters from Eternals that you care about. When somebody says Eternals, I think Thanos, I think Cersei, I think Thanos' brother, and what's his name? And his name was Star Fox, which is kind of funny. But yeah, none of the characters they're talking about here, nobody knows who these characters are. Nobody cares. Who cares? So yeah, fuck that. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Why?
Right?
What the fuck
All
is
right.
Shang-Chi?
Well, I was gonna say, a lot of your average people are gonna be like, "The fuck is Shang-Chi?" And even people that know are gonna be even more pissed because, if you know, then you know that they freaking go and kill Iron Man and then start a storyline that would have been specifically for his big nemesis that they already also fucked up. So it's even more infuriating for people that know. And everybody else is really like, the fuck is a Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Just, exactly. Why are they tapping into that?
Shang-Chi had nothing to do with the Mandarin.
Wasn't Shang-Chi like a dollar store Iron Fist?
No, he was fucking Bruce Lee. That's it. I mean, he was just fucking Bruce Lee.
Yeah, but the storyline they're giving him should have been storyline for
Iron Man.
Man, Mandarin and Stitch.
Should have been. It should have been Iron Man and Mandarin. It should have been a movie. Just
Yeah.
not this fake Mandarin bullshit they tried to do.
Yeah, not the fake Mandarin.
Okay, explain that. How are you going to get around that? You already said the Mandarin was a goddamn joke, right? Ha ha, funny. We got you.
Then you kick off the origin of the Mandarin, and you've also already killed his like.
The Yutz
his superhero, basically his nemesis.
You could do it.
I got this.
The way you would have to do it is set up that the Mandarin was real the whole time and was the Mandarin, but due to being a magical being was sealed away. So the story of the Mandarin and the Ten Rings existed, and the organization that was running guns in the first Iron Man movie, which was called the Ten Rings, which then became the Mandarin's organization, they picked up that and used the myth, the mystery of the Mandarin, this being that may have been around for hundreds of years in some shape or form.
You're giving them way too much credit, Xavier.
I was gonna say I don't think that they're nearly that smart.
No, that's how you could do it. That's how you could say, oh yeah, he's a fucking soccer hooligan, but he's also a really bad dude.
Yeah, but even if they managed to pull off a real Mandarin, right?
Mm-hmm.
They still offed Iron Man, and that's what people want to see.
Mandarin 3 for real this time.
For real.
Okay, let's go to the next thing. WandaVision. I don't really give a crap about this at all.
Well, that would be cute if it wasn't Disney Plus shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like the ones that are on Disney Plus sound at least somewhat interesting, but they're on Disney Plus.
Can I say something about Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Disney has 5 freaking channels already.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need why do you need a streaming service on top of that? And I'm talking about just channels that say Disney on them. I'm not talking about like ABC and all these other things that they own, right? Like
right?
Just the ones that say Disney on them.
Just take a look at this description for WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that it remains to be seen what the series will actually be about, but the producer has promised that it's gonna get weird.
I see that. Wow.
A good sign.
Yeah, that's
The show will also
Disney needs streaming because streaming exists. So
the show will also find Wanda Maximoff and Vision teaming up with Monica Rambeau. Oh, you mean the character that should have been Captain Marvel?
But to do what?
Be Captain Marvel.
No, I mean, what are they teaming up for?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And why is she in this and not in Captain Marvel?
Also, considering Scarlet Witch's power, the fuck does she need to team up with anybody for?
Yeah, you're talking about a character that can literally bend reality to her will. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. They're still trying this whole multiverse thing. Really.
They're trying to save their shit decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but a lot of it sounds like they're going to go and do the House of M shit.
Now this is like, and he promises it'll be, quote, the first scary MCU film, pitting Cumberbatch's egotistical physician against all sorts of cosmic horrors. Cumberbatch.
So they're just gonna bring in Cthulhu, or they're gonna bring in the fucking cosmic beings.
I mean, they could do the ancient. I mean, the ancient one's the guy, but yeah, no, already in there. But I mean, yeah, I guess they could. It could tie them to Fantastic Four when they do it, but
technically, the concept of the Living Tribunal is actually kind of a terrifying concept.
Mm-hmm.
Just when you look at his eyes, like, what's a fucking dude with 3 faces?
Yeah. And also the ultimate judge of the universe, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So were the Quintessons, and they were a lot more terrifying.
Mm-hmm. According to Feige, the events of WandaVision will directly tie into the film with Doctor Strange. Loki. Mm-hmm. Another Disney
would be
Plus.
cute if it wasn't if it wasn't Disney Plus.
Another Disney
So they're
Plus.
trying to make it. They're trying to force people to need Disney Plus in order to understand the movies. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
A Loki TV series is probably one of those things that you think you want, but you don't.
But you don't. Yeah. I mean, I like Tom Hiddleston's Loki, but for him to carry a TV show, for that character to carry a TV show, I don't think so.
Loki
Well,
does.
just like Pirates, Jack Sparrow, that character is at its best when he just shows up in somebody else's story that's already in progress, and then just starts being Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to put him center stage, and they're going to expect him to just be Loki, and you're going to find out you can't carry a movie, you can't carry a show that way.
Yeah.
Just like they found with all those pirate sequels.
Yep. I just don't. Loki doesn't work without Thor.
No.
Yeah, I like the way they
You know, I
play
mean-
off each other. That's when Loki's at his best.
What if? I don't know why. The MCU is getting animated. Marvel Comics has a long history of exploring alternate realities through its What If comic line, and now the MCU is doing the same through a new Disney Plus series. It wasn't a comics line.
Oh,
What If was just a book that came out.
yeah.
Yeah, it was their version of Elseworld stories.
Yeah, but it just did it monthly. That was it. You know. The show explores ideas like, what if Peggy Carter picked up Steve's shield to become Captain America? Well, wouldn't that mean she would also have to get the super soldier serum and all that stuff?
I was gonna say, you don't just pick up the shield.
Yeah, I like how it's just like, they'll pick up the shield and come. I was like, no, there has to be some.
It's not like Thor's
things.
hammer. You don't get powers.
There has to be things that happen for this to happen. You know.
Hey, Howard Stark had issue lifting that shield, and he fucking made the damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Westworld's Jeffrey Wright will also lending his voice as the Watcher, an alien being who observes different storylines through the multiverse. Now, it's a cool concept. Probably glad.
What
probably,
if Disney stops releasing shit?
Well, yeah, it's good that it's animated. You know what I mean?
It means they won't spend a lot of money on it.
Yeah. So.
But
Hawkeye Fall 2021. The show will follow Clint Barton as he trains a young Kate Bishop as his sharpshooting protege, and based on the artwork of Marvel's teaser at Comic-Con, it may inspire Matt Fraction and David Deja's acclaimed solo comics run of the same name. Nobody bought it. Nobody cares.
Yeah, and isn't that Disney Plus also?
Yep.
Yep. It's a series.
Ah, here we go. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh God.
Yeah. 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 Do they realize this is one of the problems some have with comics? Continuity lockout. Yeah.
Not a lot of people actually really liked Natalie Portman's character in any of the Thor movies she was in.
People don't like
Most
Natalie
people actually
Portman's character in any of the movies she's in usually.
She's cute, but she's always wooden.
Yeah, honestly, people, if I remember correctly, like that foul-mouthed little friend that she always had.
Yeah!
The group.
Dude, she was more memorable and had more personality than she did.
I am an Infinity Stone and I am sad. Wow, this is Thor's mom. This is very interesting.
Yep.
I am in the realm of Asgard, the world of the gods and shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is cool.
Yep.
I am acting.
I mean, like one of the cool, you're talking. Darcy was her name, the character you're talking about, her friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I liked from Thor 1 was like when like shit was hitting the fan, and they said Darcy, get everybody out of here, and she has that look on her face. She goes, "All right, everybody, just keep calm."
Yeah.
It's like, but yeah, so.
I mean, I know she was supposed to be comic relief for the movie, but man, she was better.
Likeable.
Likeable, yep.
Mm-hmm. Thor, Love and Thunder. What the? We'll hit in 2021.
And the reason why is they're going all, guess what? Not only are we going to have the female Thor, but we're going to make Valkyrie gay.
Can you do the thing again?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gay!
Yep.
And what's even better is, like, they go and announce all that stuff, and I'm like, well, you could have left some of that for the movie to.
Well, it's on top of. There's one thing. I think she.
China.
I was gonna say I think she forgets who her handlers are. Disney's not gonna let that shit fly. It will be. There might be some implications, but it's not gonna be like her strutting around and kissing chicks and shit like that. No, it's not gonna happen.
I don't know. I think there might be kissing, but that's about it.
No, China, no, sir. No, absolutely not. They're not going to allow it. No.
What's going to happen is if they didn't put the text on the back of her trading card, you'd never know.
Also joining the cast is Natalie Portman. I like how she's joining the cast, even though she was in the first 2 Thor movies.
Right?
Was she?
She's just that forgettable.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Who will be returning as Jane Foster. This time, however, she'll be wielding Thor's hammer, Mignogna herself. Watiti said that the story will be inspired by Jason Aaron's comic book series. Oh, dear God.
Yep. Yeah, they're causing continuity lockout. They are forcing people to need Disney Plus in order to understand. That's just going to make even more people not go to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Disney
And also
not so
pirate.
smart. Yeah.
I agree. Where the fuck is Beta Ray Bill?
Exactly. I would go to see that.
So far,
I solved the
Maybe.
problem. I solved the thing with Jane Foster like months ago. I said, all right, you want Jane Foster to be a hero? Fine. Fuck it. Okay. Thor has Mjolnir, right? Beta Ray Bill has Stormbreaker. Yeah. Let Jane have Thunderstrike.
There you go. And you got a cute little fucking...
Where are you going?
Sorry, there were animals in the room and they were being extra special stupid, so
There's
I
too many
had to
beautiful
fucking...
things in this world to be spending all of them sitting here talking about shitty Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Right?
China is not pro-gay. Yeah. And then they announced a new Blade movie.
Yeah, and
meh. I'm just meh. I don't care.
Cottonmouth is Blade, so that's
Yeah.
weird.
They're double dipping on their casting.
Yeah. Even though those Netflix were canon
Yeah.
with the movies,
Yep.
Cottonmouth is now Blade.
Well, I
I
remember.
think they're trying to pull. Aren't they trying to pull the Captain America thing?
What do you mean the Captain
Where
America thing?
Wasn't he also somebody else before becoming Captain
Chris
America?
Evans was Human Torch, but that was Fox, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he was actually. Yeah, he actually was. So the movies he were in were not considered canon to the MCU
Yeah, so it
Okay.
doesn't really matter
at the time.
Um,
So,
well, even now, they're
but
not
yeah,
considered-
this.
they never will be considered canon.
Yeah.
They'll make new
Yeah.
new versions.
Thanks be to Christ.
I kind of liked what what's his name, Wesley Snipes came up with. That just let him be like Old Man Blade, and
Yeah.
let him. I mean, now once again, this all is a requirement that it has to be done well, which
Yeah.
Marvel is
Well,
incapable of
with-
doing anymore. But I'm just giving
Yeah.
it because there is a book where Blade is an older guy and he's teaching his daughter how to be a vampire hunter, right? That would have I think that would have been a nice rub to people who are like, I liked Blade, I like the old movies,
And then it would have
kinda
given all those people
introduces-
counting ticks
Yeah.
on their hands something to talk about.
And plus, it would have given kind of a nod to all the people who says, it kind of get kind of like a backdoor wink and a nod that Blade, the first Blade movies were Marvel canon, Marvel cinematic canon technically.
Yeah.
You just don't hear about it because Blade always works behind the scenes. He always works in the dark, right?
Yeah.
So you could
You could
kind of
probably get away with retroactively canonizing the first film.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could retroactively canonize the first film. The second and third, whatever. But definitely the first one, because that was all behind the scenes stuff, right? It wouldn't have been common knowledge. So you could have just had, like, in this movie, have Old Man Blade come out. You know, he's training his daughter. And plus it works because, remember, he had a love interest in the first movie. So
Right?
this is why we're smarter than people at Marvel. I mean,
Right?
Specifically Marvel Disney.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, technically, right now, Marvel Comics too.
Yeah.
At this point.
I guess so. Goodness.
We don't even have a book on the market, and we've already got people willing to buy it. Marvel has books on the market, and nobody willing to buy them.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've only teased our script to some people, and they're like, "That sounds awesome." So, all right. So, well,
To be debated.
exactly. Oh boy, why? Oh Lord, it'll take. I forgot.
Wait. Oh, geez.
Oh man. Now let me see something. Hold on a second. Let me see something. To be determined. 2021, 2021, 2021, 2021, 2021, 2021, 2021.
Jeez, that's a lot of movies.
2020,
Very busy.
2020, 2020. So 3 things in 2020, which, it'll be, the Black Widow movie, who cares about the Falcon show, the Eternals that nobody's going to watch. I'm going to go ahead and call this. This is going to be the first commercial failure for Marvel.
Black Widow, you think?
No, Eternals. Black Widow,
Eternals? Yeah.
Black Widow
Yeah.
will make about $500 million. It'll probably a little more, but Eternals.
Yeah, I think Black Widow will do okay, especially since they do have Scarjo in it.
They're taking they're making movie properties based off of things from the comic that even the people that know about them, and that's not many, are going, why?
Yep.
Exactly.
You have a phase of your cinematic universe, right? Right?
Yeah.
Where you have nothing to rely on from the past. The Avengers are gone. Cap's gone. Iron Man's gone. Tony Stark is no longer an entity in these movies. Love him or hate him, he carried most of this universe.
Whoops. Yep.
Right?
And thanks to time travel retardation, the timeline is now kind of shaky.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and you're hinging your hopes on Captain Marvel carrying your franchise from here on out. Here's what should have happened. I'm going to tell you right now. Black Widow is fine. Leave that there. Scrap Falcon Winter Soldier. This movie, The Eternals, that should be X-Men.
Yeah.
That right there, this November 6, 2020, should be X-Men. And don't even put Wolverine in this one.
Yeah.
It should be Cyclops, Marvel Girl, Jean Grey, Angel, Beast, and Iceman. That's it. Go with the original 5, cast an Xavier, roll with that. You need name recognition in your new your new phase. This is not it. The Eternals is not it. Shang-Chi is not it.
Yeah.
So what?
The only thing they've announced so far that anybody would probably pay money to see is Doctor Strange, Blade, just out of morbid curiosity, because the Blade movies are kind of cool, if kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Obviously Spider-Man, because it's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it.
Yep. This Shang-Chi, I'm gonna throw a wrench into this. Shang-Chi, the Shang-Chi movie, that should be a Wolverine movie, solo. Because if anybody's gonna fight an ancient an ancient evil from Asia, the only person I could think about would be Wolverine. other than being Tony.
Yeah.
You can have him meet Yoriko, and then you've set up Deathstrike.
Yeah. And then, because these will come out one after another, so you've established the X-Men, then you've established Wolverine. Wouldn't you love to see those after-credit scenes?
Yeah. Also, I was really hoping that they were going to do Secret Wars. But I don't want
The
Captain
idea is
Marvel
that they're going to
involved
lead
in
to
it.
Secret Wars, but this is going to be their Secret Wars, and it's going to be garbage. So
Yeah.
I think they're going to do Convergence, which led to Battle World and Secret Wars.
yeah.
You're
talking about you're talking about the more recent Secret Wars, right? Not the
right,
not the good one.
Where the one where fucking universes were about to collide with each other, and you either blow up that Earth or both Earths are destroyed.
Yeah, basically, and then when they ended up on Battle World, Doom ran the whole thing.
Yeah, Doom was God, and then Reed Richards took the Fantastic Family, and they just fucked off and said, we're going to go repopulate the multiverse and make some cool shit. Maybe we'll come back.
Yeah. This Doctor Strange movie, that's fine. I'm fine with them introducing multiverses in Marvel. That's okay. I think Loki's story's done. I don't think there's really any need to do a series on that.
Yeah.
The What If movie, especially if they're animated, that's cute. That's fine. Give us some off stories kind of thing. Something.
Well, that's Disney Plus, isn't it?
No, they say movie animated. So.
What if an animated?
Oh, it does say Disney Plus.
Is it actually gonna? Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it's gonna hit theaters.
How about fuck Disney Plus? Put it on Disney Channel or Toon Disney or XD, whatever it's called. Let that be a running series. Let that be like a 12, 30-minute, 12 episode series.
Yeah, Ren, the thing says it's supposed to be a horror movie. Yeah.
How about you sit there and you put it on a Disney Plus, but you also offer it on Prime, to where it's like Disney Plus is like $6 a month or whatever, but to get the entire series on Prime is $30.
Yeah. So
you're gonna make money no matter what, but people don't have to sign up for a bullshit service if they don't want to, if they're willing to fork out the extra money.
Because let me tell you a little secret. The DC universe thing is an unmitigated disaster.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, okay. Hawkeye. I'm gonna be honest with you. His story's told. We don't need proteges. We don't need all that bullshit. I don't give a shit about Kate Bishop. Right? Fuck Kate Bishop.
Technically, they've already done that story with the beginning of Endgame, where they literally show him teaching her how to shoot a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was why, probably, but I really would have rather them delved into him those 5 years hacking people up.
I'd
have been more interested in that.
Look, I'm trying to frame my MCU Phase 4 that would work, right?
Impossible.
It's broken.
No, I just did. The X-Men. You put X-Men in like Eternal spot, you're good, right? Yeah. Follow that up with a Wolverine fighting the Mandarin, you're good, right? Scrap Loki, leave Doctor Strange is fine. That you can leave that story as it is. Like you said, Xavier, if you want to make it a horror, yes, make it eldritch horrors, make them cosmic horrors. Yeah. We've already seen Dormammu. Let's see some more shit.
Well, that's specifically what Strange was always fighting, was the shit that should not be.
Yeah.
Things where you're not even allowed to say its name because the name carries that much power. It can fucking kill somebody just by hearing it.
Like the Juggernaut?
That's a separate thing. But that leads but Mike, see, you brought up, that's the thing. That what would I replace Hawkeye with? See, you just led me into something. I would replace Hawkeye with a mutant-style series. But it would be separate from, the X-Men for now, because this is establishing the mutants, right? Because the mutants have no establishment in the MCU right now. So,
hey, are we going to talk about the lack of Deadpool here?
Deadpool, they'll work Deadpool in somehow. That's too much money to be leaving on the table for Deadpool.
Deadpool will just show up. Nobody will know how, and the explanation will just be because he's Deadpool.
Yep.
But I want him to show up now.
Well, you're not going to get that unless you get the X-Men. So.
I did have an idea, though, for replacing Eternals. Okay, you want to make a movie about a product that not a whole lot of people care about and probably will not be successful? Do Ultra Force.
Ultra Force. Never heard of Ultra Force.
You've never heard of Ultra Force?
No.
Prime, Hard Case.
You're talking about
Ghoul.
The Malibu stuff. Okay.
Guess who owns all that shit now?
Yeah, you're right. But
the Ultraverse is technically like a Marvel Universe.
wait. Fuck it. I got a better idea. Squadron Supreme. Give us the bad guys that are on par with the good guys.
Or once again, another one from left field that interests me, but will not interest very many other people, so it won't make any money. Kind of like Eternals. X-Mutants.
That would be fine. Or
Malibu Street Fighter.
Yeah, right. No, seriously. The second movie in this new phase has to be an X-Men movie if it's going to work. It's the only way that it's going to work because you got to establish that. And plus, like I said, when this mutant, if I'm taking the Hawkeye series and making that into a mutant series, and I'm not going to put it on Disney Plus, it's going to be on ABC. It's going to be an ongoing series, right? That's going to go. We're going to introduce our new Rogue, right? And this Rogue will be a bad girl to start with. And guess who she's going to fight in Captain Marvel 2?
Nice. That would be.
That's the establishment for that.
Almost worth watching.
And this Thor, Love and Thunder, I'm changing the name to Blood and Thunder, right?
Yeah.
Because we're yes.
Because all of the periods.
No. because Valkyrie's going to get killed in like 10 minutes in this story, right? I'm so sick and tired of this character already that she's got to die. We're going to set Thor up as King of Asgard, of the new Asgard, right?
I wanted to see him travel with the Guardians of the Galaxy for a while.
You know that weren't going to really happen. Let me finish, please. Okay, so the thing is, he has Mjolnir, he has Thunderstrike, right? Well, we find out in this movie that Jane Foster is worthy to carry the hammer, Mjolnir, right? Well, the reason you're going to call it Blood and Thunder is because it's going to be about the blood of Asgard. Not technically like brother, sister, blah, 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 but who's going to carry the torch now on Earth? And in the spaceways. What do you...
The other thing you have to
hold
do
on,
for
hold
that
on,
movie...
hold on. You, look, don't you do that shit to me. I'm trying to get to a point, and you were just like, wanting to be facetious here. Okay.
If Mjolnir's back, you have to do Unworthy Thor, because if Jane Foster picks up Mjolnir, why wouldn't she just give it back to Thor? Here, you drop this.
No, you don't you absolutely do not have to do Unworthy Thor. That was a stupid idea anyway.
But again, if Thor can still carry the hammer, and he's there, and Jane Foster could pick up the hammer, why wouldn't she just give it back to Thor? Go, here, you drop this.
You're not letting me finish. That's the thing. Y'all doing these little cute things. You're not letting me finish the story.
Because your story is boring.
Look, I can kick you the fuck out, okay? And you can go do something else. How is it boring and I'm trying to build up to it? God damn. Quit being so fucking impatient.
Every
12? Good Lord.
every movie redo you've said so far is boring.
Every movie I've said so far is boring.
Every one you've made up, except for the Captain Marvel one.
So the X-Men is boring.
Yeah, I don't. Honestly, I'm kind of just tired of them in general. But I would have already placed the Eternals with them, though. But I would get rid of all of these Disney Plus bullshits.
I think the X-Men is a series that would benefit more from being a television series than a film series, just because you could pace those stories out a little bit better and tell the more complex stories that the X-books were always known for, as opposed to, well, we have a bad guy, he has to be dead by the end of the movie. Like, you know.
You can finish your movies. I got something I found to do, so real quick.
No. I got nothing else to say. You know, it's fine. I was trying to, build up to something, but no, you can't handle it because you got the attention span of a gnat. That's fine.
Download, god damn it!
But no,
I think I just downloaded it 50 times now.
No, the long short of it is that eventually you would have Thunderstrike would be handed to not Thunderstrike. Stormbreaker would eventually be handed to Beta Ray Bill, and he would patrol.
As God intended.
Well, yeah, and he would patrol. Okay. And he would patrol the spaceways while Jane would stay on Earth and protect Earth.
I'm back on board, but I also think that could happen while Thor was chilling with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, yeah, but you got to have a king in Asgard, though. I mean, I'm just saying, you got to have a king in Asgard.
He can leave and let her be the princess or whatever while he's going with the Guardians and doing the Beta Ray Bill stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then he can get bored and come back.
Okay, the Blade thing, we went over that. Captain Marvel.
But guess what?
Uh-oh.
Oh, nice.
I got it. Thanks to Retro.
Captain Marvel, yeah, we went over that. We just we just want her to lose her powers to Rogue at this point. That's all we want.
Yeah.
Black Panther 2, that's going to exist no matter what. Who cares?
Guardians. It would be nice if it could just be its own thing.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The only thing I would say is like maybe add Beta Ray Bill to this movie.
Yeah.
As a, kind of a, you can't really call it guess, but kind of like, they run into each other. It's like, who the hell are you? They have a fight, and you realize this, and they were like, oh, you know Thor, kind of thing. They could do that.
They could also do, go ahead. Okay, good. If they don't want Chris Hemsworth in Guardians 3, like the whole movie, they could do something where he and Star-Lord get into a fight at the beginning of the movie, and Thor is like, well, fine then, I'll leave and I'll start my own Guardian team and they'll be better than yours. You, Space Horseman, will you join me?
Sure. Yeah. You could actually, now that I think about it, you could introduce Beta Ray Bill in the Doctor Strange movie. Because this whole thing, was like, leaving his home planet was because it was getting taken over by some, well, not really taken over, but it was getting, like, destroyed by demons and shit. So.
People tend to forget that hell is a real place in the Marvel Universe.
And so there's also a devil. He's not called Satan.
They're not gonna do anything smart with any of these. They're gonna fucking.
I know, but I'm just saying what I would do. That's the way it should be done. It's whatever.
Yeah, I basically went through and said what it would take to make me watch each of these movies. I skipped the series because I'm not.
But like I said, the only series I could conceivably put together would be a mutant style series where we explore different mutants and stuff. That's it. And maybe show like characters like Juggernaut getting his powers, things like that.
Also, I stopped watching it like a million seasons ago, I guess. What happened with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Like, does it still make... I was going to say, does it still make any sense to the MCU?
I have no idea. Apparently, they're on their final season again. Because they've been on their final season before, and it got renewed at the last minute.
But why?
Like, at least 2 times before.
But why?
I think when they announce final season, it kind of brings the eyeballs in.
Mm-hmm. And then they go JK, lol, kind of thing.
Yeah.
What season are they up to now? Like 8, 9, whatever. What if?
I think 7 or 8.
Because seasons are really
I jumped
weird.
off when it went full Inhumans, and I got bored and left
Well,
or stopped.
it's funny you mention that because when they did the full Inhuman series, people jumped off and left.
Well, they also did the whole life model decoy season, which I guess takes place in the Matrix.
What the fuck?
And then they were in the future and in space, and I have no idea what the fuck. is even
Michael
happening.
Beacon says.
Oh, that's right.
Michael Beacon said there was
Yeah.
Ghost Rider, Diet Ultron, and apparently they're in space now. So, and it's 7 seasons.
Wow, Jesus. Is it still supposed to coincide with the movies?
Apparently,
Because
yeah.
you would think that some Avengers people would notice Diet Ultron or Ghost Rider, but
What I saw of the Ghost Rider, he was well done.
Mm-hmm.
The Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. So
He's on a-
otherwise, I was pretty pleased with that. What little I did see.
Well, and Rapture said they ruined it. So,
oh,
Does he ride on only to own like Galactus in a single scene and then ride off again?
no, that was that was only in that Fantastic Four cartoon, which was kind of funny that he did that.
Rolls up, owns Galactus, leaves.
Yes, that Ghost Rider is now T Juan 3000. Oh Jesus! I'm still upset that they had him riding in a car. I'm like, get out of here.
oh yeah.
Was Ghost Rider in a car? Stop that shit. So yeah, so there's that. It's gonna be crap.
Oh man, all of this.
Let me bring something up here. See if I can open this one.
Most profitable film project in history next to Star Wars. And there it is. About to tank. Like Star Wars.
Yep. Thanks, Disney.
I just opened up the one of the TCPAs. This is Jamie Markey's TCPA. I wanted to point out something that I saw in Yellow Flash's thing. I have to get to the end of this though. This one it seems more professionally done than the other two. Well, Funnimations was fine, but Mike, I want you to do me a favor.
What do you need?
Okay, I want you to write something down when I tell you to. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Opening notepad.
All right. This is a conclusion of their thing, okay? All right, here we go. Gone are the days when aggressors could intimidate their victims into silence. I want you to write the letter G. Because that was the first letter of the thing, okay?
So, gone are the days that aggressors can intimidate their...
Victims into silence. But you just had to write the letter G. You don't have to write the whole thing, just the letter G.
All right.
Of the various rights afforded under the Constitution, the right to free speech and association are certainly the dearest. Please put O.
Okay.
Oh God, first letter of every sentence.
Yeah. And despite this, plaintiff has seen fit to bully his victims by his abuse and this court's jurisdiction. Please write A. When the Texas legislature adopted the TCPA, it was precisely the legal action such as the plaintiffs in mind, stopping them in particular. Please write W.
So, W.
After reviewing the evidentiary record on file and the briefing based on the same, this court must dismiss plaintiff's action and claims against Jamie for reasons the plaintiff is likely aware of before filing. Please write A.
Oh my God. Okay, keep going.
Yet plaintiff has continued his harm by forcing Jamie and the other defendants to defend his dubious claims even this far. So please write Y. Okay. No more. Please write N. It is incumbent upon this court to find the TCPA applicable. The plaintiff could not meet his burden thereunder, and to dismiss the plaintiff's claims accordingly. Please write aye.
Yep.
Cost, attorney's fees, and sanctions must also be assessed against the plaintiff in favor of Jamie as requested herein as the mandatory to TCPA. See.
The absolute balls to shitpost on an official fucking government trial. Fuck.
Key to granting such relief, such perhaps more than anything else, is the truth and intent of Jamie's statement, which is undeniable and as they are instructive. K. What does that spell, Mike?
Go away, Nick.
This absolute madman. You know what? I got to give him points. I got to give him points for that.
As hard as they worked on that, that was probably a billable hour. Maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, I just had to point that out from that TCPA. Oh, my God.
My God.
Go away, Nick. Okay, to explain to Mata. Okay, what happened, Mata? In this document, starting at with the conclusion right here, if you take the first letter of each sentence all the way down, it spells "Go away, Nick."
So he gets to be cheeky at Nick, who's been making fun of him nonstop for weeks now because he's doing a bad job.
Well, I don't know.
But he also.
But it's cute.
He's doing better than the other lawyers.
Well, Johnson Johnson and what's his name, the guy from Funimation. From what Ty Beard said, they've actually, he's actually gotten along with them. Okay, they haven't done stupid shit.
But this is also a chance to bill 1 to 2 hours to Jamie.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This is like $1,400 worth of shitpost right here.
Yeah. Mike, did you ever think we would be living in a time and day where a legal document would have a shitpost in it?
I mean, there is that one time where a guy proved his client right by accidentally killing himself with a revolver. Okay, so the argument was that his client was not guilty of murdering this one person because the person involved may have accidentally killed himself with the revolver. So the lawyer goes up, accidentally demonstrates that in fact that this could actually occur, that if he handled the gun just so, and he killed himself, and his client was acquitted.
So.
Oh my God!
So you're saying the lawyer killed himself
by accident?
By accident, and proved the case, and the guy got off because.
Yes, he got acquitted.
Like a single action revolver.
I think it was.
That explains
it. What the fuck?
And Americans have really dedicated lawyers, is all I'm saying.
I want to get you off if it kills me. Well,
go big or go home, dude.
Yeah. I promise you, either you're going to get off or I'm going to die trying. Well,
looks like you're fucked.
Is that Duke Nukem?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I was like, that sounds like Duke Nukem. That's funny.
Oh my God.
I still can't go away, Nick, in a fucking legal filing. We got Jameson's in the chat. Jameson, what do you think about this?
So how long did it take the first person? Who was the first person to catch it?
I saw it on Yellow Flash's video. I don't think he caught it. I think somebody else did. But But still, it was just really go away, Nick. Now the thing is, Jamie Markey had to instruct him to do that.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
There is no lawyer who,
Because-
unless instructed by their client, that would put together a document like this. That's
Two
just
straight up billable hours.
yeah. Because he had to write up a conclusion that still made sense and still did that thing. Still did that. I didn't.
Well, I guess if you got the money, it's money well spent.
Well, see, here's the thing. They're counting on getting the money from Vic's GoFundMe.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. They think that's going to be like money in the bank. I'm like, no. that's not how that's going to work, dude.
How that's going to happen is that
Well, it's not
what's
Scalia
gonna
level.
happen?
Well, it's not Scalia level trolling, but it's good.
Oh yeah, Scalia used to fucking troll like a motherfucker too, didn't he?
Oh yeah. Like I said, this
I
is.
can't think of anything.
I think tomorrow night we'll dedicate an entire episode to these TCPAs because the Rial and Toye one is over 400 pages. I'm going to put it up there because they start off with that fucking one of the fucking pictures from that ANN article.
Oh no!
It is literally, Mike. It is literally written like somebody from Polygon wrote it.
Oh no!
Based on what I've seen of Ron and Monica's TCPA, it seems like not only are they trying to prove they didn't defame him, but they're also trying to prove that everything they've said about him is correct with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're defending themselves, but also trying to swing at him at the same time. Where
It is
everybody else is
defamation.
just trying.
Somebody made a good point. It said it's defamation by court filing.
Yeah, where everyone else is just trying to go, yeah, we didn't do that. We were over here.
Yeah. I mean, Funimation threw them under the bus. They said we had nothing to do with what they were doing. So yeah,
They're still going to eat it on that.
I'm going to tell you though, the one thing that fucks them, that's going to fuck them over, was that they keep trying to like say that there was this an interesting little development that has been found out in this whole thing is that Chuck Huber, who is another voice actor, tried to make peace, right?
Uh-oh.
He tried to bring peace to the valley. He failed miserably, but he tried, you know. So his idea was let's try to not make this go to court, right? Let's try to like settle this like adults. We'll have Vic make a statement, then y'all make a statement, and then so the community, so the anime community doesn't like fraction into a million pieces, right? And what he did is he wrote a statement that basically saying maybe if Vic did a statement like this, and he wrote it out like Vic saying I am a sex addict and this, that, and the other, and blah blah blah, right?
Wow.
They in this TCPA have tried to use that as saying that was what Vic wanted him to say.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. But the key here is the key here in that situation was Monica's response when she said, we need an agreement that he will not sue us or our employer.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Now the whole thing was
That
saying,
probably-
"Are you agents of Funimation?" No, we just contract. We just contract through Funimation, right? We don't actually work for Funimation. Well, she's saying that kind of blows that way out of the water.
Yeah. Also, if Funimation had nothing to do with it, then don't they need to give a reason why not only they fired him, but took his credit off of everything they could at the last minute?
Yeah.
Pretty sure they need to at least give a reason why they did that.
Mm-hmm. There was what was another one? God bless. I'm trying to think.
And is that girl that keeps getting used in all this? Her picture keeps getting used in all this stuff. She could probably do something about that too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and another thing was that Monica and them, they required that Nick would have to apologize. And Nick already said, if they even asked me to do that, I would tell them no. He says, I have nothing to apologize for. I do not work for Vic Mignogna. I do... Play it.
Wait. Oh. This one?
Yeah.
I don't have an attorney-client relationship with Vic, you brainlet.
I love that one.
Also, how his investigation was fucking leaked. Well, that's Ron. Ron did that. I mean...
Yeah, that's another thing, though, is Funimation's going to have to be involved regardless because, unfortunately, while people were under Funimation contract, they claimed that Funimation did this investigation that they're saying they didn't do.
That they participated in. That we have emails proving Monica trying to volunteer information about said investigation. So
yeah, so Funimation's trying, but it's not gonna go.
And like
anywhere.
I said, this is all going to be because it's getting a little long and late and stuff like that. I just wanted to go over that little funny thing, but if I think we should really dig into it tomorrow night. Dig, lol. But one of the things that there's this another voice actress who she claims that, okay, here was her claim. She claimed that in 2008 that at a convention, at a panel, that Vic initiated a tango with her, grabbed her thigh and made her very uncomfortable. Well, you see, there's this one thing called videotape.
Uh-oh.
And she initiated the contact. She initiated the dancing. And then she looked ecstatic afterwards. And then she tried to claim, it happened a few hours later. I'm like, wait, no, you said it happened at the panel in your deposition, in your affidavit.
Also, she tried to recover it by saying that it happened 2 years earlier.
No, she said 2 years later. And then they found her at a panel in 2010 where they didn't even do anything. They just sat next to each other. And she was all leaning on him and hugging on him. And I was like, yeah, this really sounded like somebody who was, scared. Sorry. Try again. Yep. Like I said, it's too much to go into tonight.
Yeah, because we were dissecting the Phase 4.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, one problem, it's on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Those videos are on YouTube. And also, let me play this. Guys, if you could go up to general chat. Seth posted a video or posted a tweet. Okay, hold on just a second. I want to bring it up because I'm going to play it for everybody. But first, let me get it here and paused. Okay. All right. This person says here, this was taken at Otakon 2017. I was in the cusp of being disowned by my dad for being trans for religious reasons.
Yeah.
And I felt that Vic would see me the same way since he was religious. I was wrong. My friends set this all up because they saw how upset I was. Now I'm going to play this video.
My favorite Yoshimori. Are you recording?
Yes, I am.
This is my dear friend Ray.
And this is Madara.
My favorite Yoshimori. I want you to know something.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let people get you down.
Okay.
I want you to know that there are a lot of people that love you. And on your bad days, when you're having a rough time, I'm going to pull this video out. I want you to remind yourself that I love you, she loves you, God loves you, Madara loves you, and you are awesome. And don't let anyone ever tell you different, okay? Right.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that really looks like somebody who hates gay people, doesn't it? Or hates trans people.
Well, they tried to say he hated gay people too, and I seriously don't think he does.
He doesn't. He doesn't, because why would he do that? Right?
They started that over him not
Wanting to
signing
sign fucking Yowie.
porn of his character, and his reason was he's not supposed to be signing unofficial.
Yep, that's exactly the reason.
Art.
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't even because it was Yowie itself, and he was like, no, please. It was because he could get in trouble for signing it.
Yep.
Right.
She said, and then they continued. I was scared that yet another religious person would see me as a sinner, or he would disregard anything my friend just told him about my situation and be nice, but he didn't. He was kind, but also used his religion in a positive way, which is rare for me personally. He gave me the extra push to start transitioning medically and legally, and by next year at Liberty City 2018, I was a completely different person, happier, more bubbly, and more myself, thanks to this guy. And it's another video of him. They got him a gift, and how. Hey, wait a minute.
No, but for real, this actually gives me warm fuzzies.
Yeah. It said, and even a year later in 2019, he remembers me, speaking positively of me, and couldn't wait to see me someday at another con. His connection with his fans are more than just I love my fans. It's more like I love my friends. And it's showing like where he had talked to them on a live stream and stuff like that. Vic doesn't seem like the negative religious driven guy who, when it comes to who you are sexually wise or gender wise, he could have been like my dad, who is nice but religiously condemning. But Vic likes you for you. I don't see Vic as this crazy homophobic or transphobic person that people set him out to be. Him not liking Yowie is just him not liking Yowie. Even I, as a gay male, got fed up with it sometimes. I've seen and live with homophobia / transphobia. I don't see it in him.
I don't have a nice sound for that, and that
I'm telling you, you need some more
sad.
positive. You need positive soundboards.
Yeah, the soundboard grows every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put some other nice sounds on.
I think the big thing for me is the one thing that got me where I said this is a genuinely good guy is when he confronted the Westboro Baptist Church people.
Mm.
And, he said, you need to know scripture. And he says, I know the same scriptures you do.
Yep.
And he was genuinely mad at these people, right? And he said, people like you are the reason why these kids are like they are now. I'm like, wow.
Well, people like them are why Christians in general are viewed a very specific way.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of how each one actually feels.
Religion is a protected class unless you're Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I look at it like this, and I had a situation this weekend where I kind of spoke up to it to some degree. Okay. And this is, I'm not saying this in general. Okay, people, I'm just letting you know, I'm not preaching here, right? I'm speaking as my belief as a Christian to what I think, right? I see a lot of Christians out there that get out there and they play the victim.
Yeah.
Oh, they talk bad about Christians and this and that and the other. I was like, people have been talking about Christians since 33 AD.
And it's not like people don't talk bad about every other. Well, there's some that I don't really hear anything about, but
yeah, nobody really talks
for
about
the most part, major religions.
Nobody talks about the Hare Krishnas anymore. But
my religion was declared heresy by the Catholic Church in the 1800s.
What, Lutherans?
No, deism.
Oh,
because most of the founding fathers were deists, and it was catching on in popularity.
Mm-hmm. But
believe in a higher power, no doctrine.
Yeah, but here's the key thing that I've always said, and I think Mike, you might follow me on this. I think some people are forgetting how. Okay, why do you think you have to be offended for God?
You don't.
If you believe that God is the all-powerful, omnipotent creator of the universe, why do you have to be offended for him? Because last time I checked, if somebody's all-powerful and omnipotent, he got this stuff kind of figured out.
Also, if God didn't want gays, there wouldn't be gays. Think about it.
Yeah, if you take all of the scripture to heart, and God is supposed to be infallible, then
then why are you offended for him? Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
but that's giving power to Satan.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, we only have free will because of the fucking snake.
Yeah.
That's true. We should all just worship Satan instead. He just seems like a pretty cool guy, actually.
Lucifer,
yeah.
Which is Latin for light bringer.
Right?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like Horus, though. I mean, if anybody understands 40K, is that he's named after the god of the sun, and he ends up being like the worst awful thing in 40K. In fact, he becomes the only sun that is absolutely annihilated from the universe, and yet he's named Horus.
Rapture just said if God didn't want gays, there'd be a lot more lightning storms.
I mean, have you seen the weather lately?
I mean, I've seen Mike Pence like traveling around. I wonder. Chris Pratt is Christian, by the way, and they lose their minds every time he mentions God in his speeches. That's true.
They lose their minds over every little thing Chris Pratt does, and I'm just glad that he gives zero shits.
Yeah, but like I said, when I see people like get out there and they get offended because they compared Christians to this. Okay, like they used to crucify us Christians. I think we're doing pretty good right now. Hey, you want to talk about plight of Christians? Go to the Middle East.
Yeah.
Man,
how about that? You want to talk about plights of Christians? Go out there. You know?
They're legitimately being like persecuted and killed for their religious beliefs, and they can't even get refugee status in other countries.
Nope.
Yeah, that's persecution.
What did
that's
they say
not happening here in the U.S.?
What did they say before the surge?
To offer it to them.
Xavier, you might have better stats on this than that. Before the surge in Iraq, it's like the Christian population was the most persecuted, if I remember correctly.
I'm a little fuzzy on the details because I think before the surge, they were still in the middle of their sectarian violence, wherein you had the individual splinter groups of the major factions and everybody vying for power.
Mm-hmm.
But that goes without saying that the Christian groups are always going to come under fire. I think, and the Kurds, because they don't like the Kurds.
Well, the Kurds are smart. You know what they do, right? They got a bright idea. I said that's actually fucking brilliant. When ISIS, started, wilding out, they were saying like, well, these guys are kind of crazy, so we got to figure out how to combat them. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put our female troops in the front lines, and they fucking ran away.
Yes, because it is absolutely shameful to be defeated by a woman in Islam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't you pretty much automatically get a ticket to their whatever their version of hell is for?
Yeah.
Instead of your virgins, you get a group of women that's tired and haggard and hangs out at like a beauty shop.
Jahannam.
Bash Islam equals hate speech. Bashing Christians, it's free speech. They're not, and they're not oppressed, bro. See, I, as a Christian, do not feel oppressed in the United States, right? I don't feel any of the oppression or anything like that. Are there people who don't like Christians? Yes. Are there people who talk bad about Christians in the United States? Yes. Are there people who say, Christians are bad and this and that and the other, blah, blah, blah? Yes. Does it bother me? No.
I think, honestly, in the U.S., what is being considered persecution is simply evening the playing field, taking Christian imagery out of government places and this and that, because you don't have you don't have any other religion doing that, and they see that as a war on Christians.
I can see that to a degree, but
like
I get that. I understand that side of it, but what bothers me is seeing people on Twitter getting upset because somebody made a comparison that they didn't like, and they says, like they're anti-Christian. I'm like, not really.
Maybe, but there's also anti-other things too. Like,
well, it's like somebody was like
a fairly even playing field out here because nobody is getting killed for it by your own government. And
it's like there's this thing going on now that people say, put a cross in your name. I was like, I'm not going to. Why? You're a Christian. I know. I'm not going to put a cross. Why not? The cross is what Jesus was crucified on. The cross is not a symbol. of
It's a
Christ.
Roman instrument of execution and torture.
Yeah, it's pretty morbid. But
In fact, my church, the church I went to, did not have any crucifixes.
I think atheists are actually. I
I
don't know
read
why
Lisa
they're
kind
calling
of
that a
like-
religion. That's not a religion.
Well, tell that to the atheist who opened the church, the atheist church that went out of business because
That is the complete opposite of atheism. If you tell somebody you're atheist, it's the same as going, I'm not religious.
There's a term though.
That's what it's supposed to be.
There's this thing now, Piper. You got to agree with me on this. There are atheists who actually have that thing. It's like, I just don't believe there's a God. Okay, whatever. They get along with Christians fine. It's like, I don't believe you. I don't believe in God.
Exactly.
Yeah. There are also the militant atheists who I don't believe in God.
Yeah, that it's their duty to make other people not believe in their religion.
It's like, I don't believe in God, and you shouldn't either, and you're stupid if you don't. In fact, I want to remove every imagery there is of your God because it's not real.
Convert people to atheism. That is what is wild, because I'm like,
Yes, Mata, I am not lying that there was an atheist church. They were trying to be cute.
Yes.
They were trying to be cute about it. But then they realized it's like, how do you donate to something you don't believe in?
Yeah.
And it went out of business pretty quickly.
If I remember correctly, their president was the origin of a meme.
Oh, yeah?
Was it Are You Serious Face?
Oh, Lord. Hey, is Erdogan... Is the prime minister of Turkey fucking dead?
Somebody get him? Did he get got?
Well, that's what Cab's saying in the other Discord. If Erdogan is really dead and he gets confirmed, I expect you guys to shitpost CIA from the Batman movie with "We got him."
With the actual definition of religion, atheism is one, even though I still think that is completely stupid. But
Amazing Atheist is not just a borderline autistic militant atheist. He's just a fucking moron. I can't stand that. Look, anybody wants to talk about an amazing atheist, like, just get back to me. Well, just tell him, why did he fry his pee-pee in cooking oil? Okay, just yes, he did that.
He also the banana in his butt, and he covered his ass in fucking what was it? He put a banana up his ass, and then he covered his ass with, I think it was chocolate syrup. And he was doing this because he was trying to impress a woman, if I remember correctly, his reasoning for it.
What?
All he needed was a Sprite, you guys.
Retard alert!
All he needed was a Sprite. A simple beverage could have prevented all of this.
He needs some milk!
Yeah, I don't think many people know the Amazing Atheist did that. He really did pour cooking oil on his
bananas. That's the first thing that popped in my head when he started describing it.
And Rampager Rin, I hate to tell you, there's video of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now
I saw the banana, I saw the chocolate syrup, and I don't. No! This was back when they would like troll up in fucking the flashboard. Mm-hmm. Holy Christ, it was bad.
I mean, I saw somebody posted it one day, and I was like, oh God, why did I see it? And of him taking the cooking oil and pouring it on his tiny little micro.
Yeah, what the just
on his micro dingle. Yep. And it is, and trust me when I say it is definitely a micro dingle. Pass the fucking bleach.
He did own that, though. At one point, he actually merched it as he was selling like shorts with a banana on the butt.
Mm-hmm.
So he was trying to own that so that people couldn't, beat him with it.
And I am not watching it.
You tried.
Micro dingle with a banana. Eye bleach, please. All right, we're gonna pass out some eye bleach at the corner, so everybody get your eye bleach to. The Amazing Ace is something edgy, sexual, deviant. He's never been shy about it, but I do think he carries it too far. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Ew.
So I think that's enough for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went into that a
Except
little
for
too
my-
deep. Didn't mean
Except
to.
for the scarring on my fucking brain.
Well, you already seen it
Remember,
though.
kids.
I just reminded you of it.
Bananas are for snacking, not spelunking.
Holy shit.
Oh God. Okay.
Ugh.
All right. So just a reminder of this week we're gonna have on Thursday we're gonna have Simon Pothier on to promote his book.
I don't know, but he sounds cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, it's really hard. I'm finding a lot of people find it hard to pronounce his name. 'Cause I've seen some people say like, we gotta check out Simon Pothier. But yeah, he's going to be on Thursday. We might be having another guest this week. I talked to him the other day. Apparently, he's having issues with his YouTube channel. He cannot stream for 2 months because he got he caught the copyright bug, unfortunately.
Damn shame.
Yep, and he's a good guy. His name is Narwhal. He's got a book out called on Indiegogo called Earthbound, and it's not related to the game. Just FYI.
Nice.
But he's a cool guy. I followed him for a while. He wears a mask while he streams. It's pretty funny. But anyway, so that's it for tonight. Like I said, tomorrow night, tune in. We'll probably, unless something comes up tonight, which I'm sure that will, because we'll go over some more of that TCPA garbage. And
I'm sorry, that was an accident. I almost dropped my phone.
Mike, take Piper's phone away from her.
Oh.
Give me a second.
I said take
Also,
take away the phone, not kill her.
I mean, is it not both the same in this day and age?
Yeah, you're right. Damn, dog, gotcha. Mike will never fucking recover from that.
I also want to say that first episode of Degaruda is live. It's been live for a couple days now. It seems like it's doing pretty well. Thanks to anybody that's come and checked it out. We're pretty pleased with that. We're always looking for ways to make that better. Obviously, if you have suggestions, drop it in Discord, and we'll see what we can make work.
Mm-hmm.
In Discord or in comments, in comment section, whichever. So anyway, yep. All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow night. And yeah.
Bye-bye.